So small issue, not a massive issue, because they're still capable of doing their job, but I've got my chainsaw trousers back, and well, they've had a bit of wear by the looks of it. Obviously that's why he wanted a new pair. So either he's hung like a buffalo, or he's got a horrible case of crotch rot. Or just the washing machine. But anyhow, they're still good enough to do the job. It just means that I'm gonna have to wear a pair of shorts underneath them, because if I'm wearing these this afternoon with the camera on, I'm probably going to be flashing a bit. So to all of you of a delicate nature, I apologise, but fortunately for everybody, it's quite cool out. I don't think there's going to be any nasty surprises. Right, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to patch that. Maybe I'll put my chainsaw trousers on and then put a pair of overalls over the top. Maybe that's the way of doing it. And I ain't got to scare anybody then. Yeah. Thing is, these are like £200 a pair at least. And for the amount of chainsaw work I do, it's not worth my while buying another pair just because the crotch is gone, if I can wear something over the top or underneath. For the guys, yes, they've got to go out on site, they go into customers' houses, they have to go with a certain amount of tidiness. For me, not quite so much. So yeah, I'm probably going to stick with these for now. I spent enough money down there and over there to, I'm not worried about having a pair of posh trousers. So, but they are pretty much knackered, aren't they? Right. Still, as long as I don't cut my leg off. Not that I would. Right, so this afternoon, I think the idea, if the weather's up for it, we're going to go down and cut up that ash branch. Mikey's offered to come and give me a hand. So I think what we'll do is, his chainsaw gear's in the wash, so it's still damp. I don't expect anybody to wear damp chainsaw gear if they haven't got to. So I'll probably go on the saw, do the cutting up. Mikey, if we take the chipper down, we're just going to chip the brush back into the hedge, I think. We'll chuck the firewood on the back of the truck, bring it out of the way, but yeah, all the brush can stay down there in little tiny weeny bits. So, right, okay, so it is, what time is it? 1 o'clock. This morning we've been out and ticked off another job on the list for mother-in-law for her mother-in-law flat, granny flat, whatever you want to call it. She wanted a bit of new furniture to go in there, but we thought we'll start now because there might be some waiting list, and there is. So we bought her, no, rephrase that, she's bought herself a nice new reclining stand-up sit-down electric chair to go in there, and we've ordered a matching two-seater sofa to go with it, which is not rise and recline, but it's good enough if she has a visitor, and small enough that it won't take up too much space. There's not a terrific amount of room in there once you put furniture in there, and we've got to bear in mind that if my brother-in-law wants to come and pay a visit, right Simon? If he wants to come and visit his mum, there's got to be enough room for a wheelchair in there. So it would not take long to fill it out with clutter that she doesn't need. Okay, so there you go. So there you are. This afternoon's job is going to be me with a chainsaw. There you go. Well, I've got the gear, sort of. I've got the qualifications, got the experience. I have to put it to use occasionally. I can't find my chainsaw boots. I reckon they're in there. Right. Well, my old chainsaw boots, I don't think are in there. No, none of those are mine. So I'm gonna have to maybe resort to these fellas, Chainsaw Willies. We got 2 pairs of those as well. We don't use them very often, but when you want them, they're quite handy. So, and these are 8s, same as me. I really hope I can find my leather ones. Maybe they are at the house, I'm just looking in the wrong place. I want them.
So it looks like I've recorded the first part of this video with no sound. I turned the microphone on, but I forgot to turn the receiver on. This is one of the things with video mics. So there's going to be lots of bits of me waving my arms around and shouting at things or showing things and nothing happening. Anyway, it's just gone 3 o'clock. Mike has just turned up. I've got the chipper on. Got a saw, and I think I only want one saw for this job. So I've got a medium saw with a medium bar. I think it's going to be enough to do everything I want to do. Mike has just gone to get his boots on. I'd be tight to make him walk down there. It's only not even a quarter of a mile really, but I'm driving. Besides that, if he's in the passenger seat, there's 3 gates to open and go through and close. Yeah, I'll wait for him.
You what?
That's changed, isn't it?
I got to dig a trench across there.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Biscuit, come on. Get him a little bit. Right. So I started recording this and I put the radio mic on and I forgot to put the receiver on. Then I took the receiver on and forgot to put the radio mic on, so I've made a right hash of it so far. So, anybody thinks she was pleased to see you?
I think so, yeah.
You haven't seen this yet, have you?
What's that?
This branch we're doing.
No.
Ain't very big. You smell nice.
You got the chipper gig?
Yes. I nicked it out of transit to make sure
We
put it back, otherwise there'll be complaints.
It won't be Martin's complaint, it'll be either me or you in.
As if you would. Well, I'm afraid there's a couple of gates to go through. We need to close them behind us. So,
yeah, that's fine.
actually, this one can stay open. It's the one at the bottom we'll have to shut.
Yeah, that's fine. Sheepies.
We don't want to go in here, do we? No. Yeah, it's a bit like being born getting in a Land Rover. Those of you that know will know. Those of you who don't, especially with the new Pumas with all this built-in aircon and everything else unit, it's small here, very small. Just there, it just looked like a squirrel at the bottom of the gate post.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did I say squirrel?
Squirrel piggy.
Did I say squirrel? See what I mean? It was handy to wait for him.
over there, is it?
Yeah. So what I'm thinking of doing is if I drive straight up to it first off,
Yeah.
I've got a bit of rope on, I've got my chain and everything else. I reckon I can pull it over,
Yeah, that's fine.
and if I pull it over into the field,
It'll cut up there.
yeah. Well, what I might do, if I can get it clear, because you put your chainsaw stuff on, I might get you to do some of the sawing, and I'll go and repair the fence.
Okay, that's fine.
Because once that's out of there, the sheep will be going, ooh, hole in the fence.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you say? We'll have a quick look at it first. Oh, there's a rabbit! Looking in completely the wrong place.
She got it.
Oh well, give her a bit of exercise. 30 feet, didn't it?
Side, that's it.
Yeah, mostly this side. So I reckon if we pull it back,
Yeah, roll over.
all I've got to watch it is for that. I'm not sure how long that branch is there,
Yeah.
and whether it's to make smack the land over. So might just take some of the ends off of here first.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if I try and pull it through the fence,
It's going over
I'm going to bugger the fence up. So yeah, it makes us a bit of space. Go on.
No good.
Warm?
Yeah.
I've got my own table trays and they're falling down.
Yeah, I
I've got
bet.
no braces on. Because I'm so slim.
Don't look in the mirror, for Christ's sake.
Eh?
Don't look in the mirror.
Depends on what sort of mirror it is.
They like you.
Yeah. So I reckon, looking at this,
It's this bit here, isn't it?
I'm actually worried about this one here. If we pull him over,
Yeah.
well, kind of thinking about leaving him in the hedge.
Okay, so if I
But,
cut it there.
well, no, we've got to be careful because we don't know what weight's where. I don't want you in there cutting it, because if he goes that way, he can crush you.
Right, that's
So,
fine.
so what I might do is put, I don't know, I'm just actually, I'm going to cut a bit. I'm just going to take this one back a little bit and see. There's a bit of weight on there. I want to see what happens with this and see where he goes.
If it goes there, is that or this way?
But keep it on the dog.
Yeah, that's fine. Biscuit, come here. Stay there. Stay. Biscuit. Stay. it's heavy over there, and so it's going to stay that way now.
I'm just thinking whether I don't want to wreck any more fence I have to. You sat on that now.
Yeah.
But to take anything off that, you go down. And I really want to come over. So I think what we might do, pull him from up there.
Yeah.
And just see what happens.
It should roll over, shouldn't it, really? Is it worth cutting this bit off a bit as well? Because that might take a bit of the fence out.
It's kind of open. Well, it's kind of open with the levers on that.
Yeah. Oh, so
But he's going to launch himself over that fence. So I was thinking about leaving that one there, but he was too far out here.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was going to jam in. But if I can use that heel just to see a bit of lift, roll him over.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Right. I'll do it. Have a gentle go at it. We'll see what happens. There's a chain in the passenger foot, whatever. Press you want to grab that on. I'll put one up on there. So you just get yourself some length ready, and then one up on there, and then we can get back far enough out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that going to go through there?
Bit of persuasion.
I just need to go through there, a bolt or something, or a...
You got your hammer working that?
No, I'll use the persuader, because I ain't going to bend that.
Wait.
The persuader. I put that in there. Right, make sure the dog's back with you.
Biscuit, come on, man.
Right, a gentle tug and just see what happens. I might put it in the low box actually. Dog's out the way, Mike is out the way. I'm going to have that fence post, or is he going to hop over the top? That'll do. Go back in the high box. I think we got away with it.
I think so as well. I think what you said, it actually lifted stuff.
Most of it went over the post. That old post was a bit knackered anyway, so...
I don't look too bad.
Right, well, we go on and cut this up.
Yeah.
Clear it out the way, and then I'll get you to go on and ring it up.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll see if I can repair...
What we do with the brass, we actually chipping it into a
We'll, we'll chip it back in the hedge, I think, so...
Alright, that's fine.
We'll find a spot of hedge where it's not going to fill the ditch up. Yeah, we'll blow it back in there, I think. That'll be alright.
That's gonna fit.
Yeah, well, not in there. That's a ditch down there. It's got to go over there underneath that. Go underneath that oak tree, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Give it a minute of warm up.
Thank you. That's a bit useful, aren't we?
Time to run.
She hasn't stopped yet.
There we are. Run, Forrest! Run!
Go on then, before you go open the gate. Go on then.
She did.
Emma! 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 Step! Step!
The gate's bloody open, I just ran for nothing.
Oh, is it? Oh, nothing, my darling. You all right there? We'll have a little lie down. Yeah, cat. Right, well, I've done my keys now, here. I have no idea how much of the video that I shot this afternoon has got any sound, because I've managed to make a bit of a balls up of the radio mic. I switched one end on and not the other end, and then I switched them both off. Then I switched the other end on and not the other end, so it's still off. So they're all the bits of me explaining to you on the bin there about my chainsaw trousers having a hole in them, and Mikey obviously having crotch rot, sorry, and rotted me old trousers out. Probably none of that came out, but basically at the beginning of the video I introduced you to my old chainsaw trousers that I'd lent Mikey. He'd worn them for a lot of the summer, and obviously he got very hot and sweaty and the stitching is rotted. But I needed a pair of chainsaw trousers, and to be honest, there's no point in me buying a brand new pair because I don't wear them that often. He said that, but that was before I put them on. I might have to get myself another pair because they were so uncomfortable. They're heavy old trousers, and I used to wear braces with them to keep them up anyway because they were large, and by the time I came back up here, even in my overalls, they were kind of down, hanging off me. So anyway, excuse me. Right, I need to put my hammer and bits back up in that top shed, so I need the keys for that as well. You coming out? Come on out. Yeah, so apologies if the video today is a bit bitty and bobby and I'm having to maybe narrate some of it or put some music over some of it, and it's not me being lazy or anything like that, it's just me cocking up. Trying to think of too many things at once. You're definitely not having any. Go on, get in. Nope, don't you go squatting down from me, I'm not interested. Go on, tart. So the result of this afternoon's labours are a Land Rover full of ashwood, although it's not that good. I mean, there's an awful lot of white rot in there. It's quite soft. It'll burn, but it's not brilliant. But before that, I need to ring my neighbour first now, because this is actually his tree. So before I chuck this off the truck, I kind of need to give him a call and say, do you want it? Because if he wants this, I have to give it to him, because this is his wood. If he doesn't want it, then we can keep it and do something with it. But it is, right now, if I keep this, that's basically theft. So I'll give him a ring. This could stay on tonight. I'll give him a ring tomorrow. He's disabled as well, so it's kind of, I don't want to disturb him this time of day. Don't really want to disturb him on Sunday either, but I don't want to leave this on the truck over the weekend. So, right, I need to put my hammer, fencing, pliers, bits and bobs away. Then I'll put the Land Rover away under cover, and then I've pretty much had it. I've had enough. It is just gone 5 o'clock in the evening. By the time I get this done, it'll be time to upload tonight's video. So I'm tired, I'm slurring. I need a cup of tea. So I've left the barn open yesterday. The cattle have been allowed to come in and out as they please. There's a few cow pats in there, but nothing too very serious, and no real damage to the yard. no more than it was before. I've got 40 tons of stone ordered for Monday. And if the weather's good enough, it's a bit iffy at the minute as to what's going to go on Monday. We're probably going to do this yard first, get in here, scratch about and tidy that up. I'll probably go just beyond the gate for the time being. There's no need for me at the moment to go into the bottom yard, because I think this year, the way it's going, the cows will just be in this shed here and the yard, and I'll end up keeping the end free, or putting a pen up in there that if I get new cows, anything with an issue, I could put them in there, or maybe I'll build something with the hurdles next door. I don't know. I'm going to kind of leave my options open with that, but we do need to do something with this yard. Might have to get some of these big lumps out and just blind it over. Whether I'm going to get a chance to roll it properly, I don't know, because I might have to just do what I can with the skid steer for now. It won't be as good, but the problem is to hire a roller just to do this square area, not very cost effective. I don't mind hiring one if I'm doing all of it, but just that bit, I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll order some more, because I reckon we're going to want at least another 20 tons in there as well. So I'm thinking of 20 tons in there, 20 or 30 tons in there, and probably 50 maybe in here to finish this off and get it up where level, because ground level where the panels are is going to be about 2.5 foot up that pole, I think. There's a fair bit of stone to go in there. I know I could use some of that, and I may use some of that, but I think I'd rather use proper better stone. Right, okay, I'm going to shut the gate and I'm going to go and get myself in the house, and I'm going to shut myself off from the world. Cup of tea.